Hello folks, this session is going to be about exporting results from Unit4 ERP, both through information browsers and through non-information browser screens. So essentially a little bit more of a deep dive into the export button, what you can do with it, what the options are. So as we all hopefully know, in information browsers there is an export button at the bottom, and you can export in a couple of ways that kind of follow over from desktop. A couple of kind of default ways of exporting to Excel. So if I open up accounting, reports, shared, and I'll go to my accelerator. All right, it's loading the data. And what I'm going to quickly do is add a sort and group by transaction type. Doesn't matter what I sort and group by, I just want to add a grouping. Alright, so the two ways to export once you've got some data in your screen, if I go to export, let's ignore the custom, I'll come to that in a moment. The predefined options, you've got mainly these two, which is run browser and run default. If I go for run browser, what that will do, once it populates, is it will run my report, and it will keep all the subtotal levels, which is why I made sure to add those. Just do something my company requires. There we go. So the browser option will keep any grouping, whereas, let's not save that. If I go back to my default as opposed to the browser, I'll show you the difference. There we go, and this one just takes the kind of default data set without any grouping or outline. So that's great if you don't want the outline view, you don't want to have to unsubtotal things, you just want the raw data, then that's the one to choose. But what if then you want something a bit more bespoke, you want something formatted, you don't necessarily want something that's just plain like this. So what you can then do is create a custom option. Now this will only be here if you've already created one, so I'll talk you through those steps. Let me show you how this looks first. So if I choose this custom template, open up that instead. There we go, that's now done. Then this is how that looks. So you can see I've got a lot less columns, I've got some formatting, color value at the top, I've got a subtotal at the bottom, so I've got all this extra stuff going on that is the result of an accelerator formatting. Alright, so I'll show you how to get to that point. Let me close this screen. So let's imagine that isn't there, and we've only got our predefined options. At the bottom you've got design new. Okay, so I'll click on that first. This is design a new template, and you can see there's an RARX file that has automatically been created. If I click on that, it will open up the report engine, and it will open up the report engine specifically attached to my information browser report 84 with the number of rows. Now it doesn't matter how many rows there are, as long as the template you've got contains the same columns as you have in your report, then that's all good. So we've got one main table, ignore the parameters. In fact, what are the parameters? Oh, it's just the client. So if I go into this row, here's all my lines of data. But most importantly, it knows what all of my various columns are. Now it renames all the columns for its own use, but it does know what all those are. So if I expand that, you'll see it's M1 to whatever it goes up to, with the codes and descriptions for various things. So we can ignore all those MAs. We just need to know, what those headers are. And so what we can do here is we can create, firstly, an accelerator report, or an Excel report, from that data. So I'm just going to, with that clicked, I'm going to click on up here, which is Design's New Accelerator Report. Okay, just thinking about it, now that's there, and it's opened in the screen. Alright, so from this point then, I can completely rechange this to whatever I want. Now let's just do what my organization requires, and let's just quickly make some changes. So I'm going to get rid of the footer, going to get rid of my subtotal and outline. Alright, so I've got it really simple. I'm going to sort by, let's sort by, well, cost center, so that's going to be MA_8. Alright, I'll just have it at a detail level, that's fine. Now, what do I actually want to include here? I don't want year.
A few moments later.
No, that will do, because that can be a bit smaller. Cost center, description, bigger, project, bigger, account, bigger. So the report is all set up and ready to go. What I'm then going to do is save this. So I'll just click on save. Okay, so it's saving it to that RERX file. And then I can close that Excel screen. Back in here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to rename this to EO2. He says, rename EO2.SX. Okay, and that's going to be the new name when I import this, and this whole thing is going to be imported. Let me file, save as, and I'm going to save this whole thing as EO2 in my downloads folder. Let's save that. There we go. So EO2. Now you don't have to name them the same thing, but it just kind of makes sense to do so. So I'm going to close that now. I'm done with that. So the final bit of this then is if I go back into export and this time click on import, find my EO2, which is there. Operation successful, report EO2 RERX imported. Okay, and I'll close that. So now when I've got my data, it doesn't matter what data's in there, it's going to format it for that template. So if I go to export, EO2, there we go, there's my Excel file. And there we go, there's my data all laid out how I want it. And you can use any of the accelerator coding. You can arrange this however you want to arrange it using all the various functions of accelerator reporting. So there we go. Now, that is for normal information browsers, but you can do the same thing for non-information browsers. If I go back to common and to attribute values, I'm not going to set this up from scratch, I'm just going to show you that it can be done. So if I go here and let's say I'm going to look for cost centers, click on load. So any screen where you have essentially a single set of data, so not master files, for reasons I'll show you in a minute, anything you've got a single set of data, so chart of accounts, attribute values, and so on, you can perform that same function. So again, if I click on export, there we go, I've set up a custom attribute values option there. So I've first went to design, created my, so design new, and then once I've created it in exactly the same way that I created the previous one, I clicked on import. So let me just show you what the design new looks like. There you go, so it opens up that screen, and the important thing here is that you've got one set of actual data results. There's a parameter there again that shows some information based on the screen I'm in, but I can ignore that. This is the column of data that I want. So again, I just exported that to an accelerator, formatted it how I wanted, saved it, renamed it to attribute values in that case, and then imported that back into the system. And that's there. So if I click on that attribute values Excel, I've got my results for any attribute I'm looking up. There we go, that's just formatted in a different manner. Well, it's in a different manner. It won't format at all because there is no standard export from non-information browser screens. So you can set up your own. And the good thing is for both of these is that that gets saved to the database. So even though my original download for my design new, my report engine RERX file, was local to my machine, when you do the import, it saves it to the database. So anybody else going into this screen or going into Accelerator 1, for example, will have that same option on their export. So they don't have to set it up themselves, it's set up globally. Okay, this last part we're going to look at doing the same thing with a master file. I'm going to use the attribute master file for this example, exporting a cost center value, but essentially the same technique is for any master file in the system, supplier, customer, project, and so on. It's quite a bit more complicated because the tables that make up the data are spread across more than a single table. So if I go here to export, then design, and choose design new, same as I did for the attribute values, I'll open that up. You can see that there are multiple tables involved with creating the data for a master file, because you've got the dim value, which is the kind of front screen, if you like, of the master file. You've got things like address, relation value, comments, which is like the memo tab, action overview. Any flexi fields you might have would also be listed in here. So for any given master file in the system, you'll have lots of different outputs of tables of information. Each one of those, if I go into create a new accelerator report, will show as a separate tab. So let me click accelerator, there we go, it's been created, and it will open up. And you can see at the bottom you've got multiple tabs of information, each one of which, if you wanted to keep it, would need to be formatted. I'm going to create something super simple from this, just using the dim value, so the front bit of information, relations, and the comment. So I'm going to quickly kind of stop it here and rejoin back when I've made that change. Alright, so I've made the change. I'm going to go back in and do export and then import my new RARX file. Click on choose file, the same way as I did for attribute values, and choose my @master file @mf RARX file. Oops, wrong one. Let me try that again. There we go. Click on import, and that is now there as a template, or at least the Excel file contained within it is there. So now if I go to export again, I now have that in my custom menu. If I select that, it will open up in my downloads, and you can see, well, here's a mistake I made. So I accidentally saved it with ACR comment being the active tab. So I needed to save it with the dim value being the active tab. So that's important to know. But you can see the data there across the three tabs: dim value, the relations, and the comment. Okay, so that is how to export results from a master file. Well, anyway, I hope that's all been useful. So you can export in the two default ways from information browsers. You can also create your own custom information browser template. And remember, everyone, once it's uploaded and imported, everyone on the system will be able to use that option. You can also create a custom export for non-information browser screens. Thank you. I hope that was useful to you. Thanks for watching.